today's video, I wanted to talk about what I think Halo Infinite can do to keep bringing people back. People like me, I would consider myself a social Halo player. I've never considered myself a competitive player. Every time a new Halo game comes out, I definitely always want to strive to be like a really good player, and then I just get shit on by the entire community because I'm not that great. And I don't play Halo like every single day to get better at the game, which is probably how I need to get better at the game. My kill death ratio is not that great. I definitely have more deaths than kills, and if I get a triple kill, it's like the best thing in the world, but I still come back to it and I still have fun. I came up with a list of things that I would like to see in Halo Infinite that would improve the overall ecosystem of the game, and I think these are things that would definitely keep me coming back more often. Right now I have only purchased the campaign for $60, and I have also purchased the $10 battle pass. I have not bought anything from the store. Those are the only expenses I put towards Halo Infinite. Biggest thing I could talk about, which I'm sure the community can agree on, is cross armor customization and cross armor colorization. If they want to sell us colors, I would say do it for the entire core customization. I think they're selling blue right now for $8. And if you want to buy blue for each armor core, it would be around $24. That's almost half of the price of the entire full game. This leads to my next point. The store prices have to be, I would say, at least cut in half. Some people would say that, you know, if you cut the store prices too far, they're not going to make as much money. I feel like it's the opposite. If you cut the store prices to a more reasonable price, I think that would maybe encourage people who would never touch the store to come out and spend more. But when you're charging $8 for blue, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous, especially how you're also selling a $60 campaign. I mean, what does that say about your campaign? You're willing to sell 3 colors for almost half the price of your game that took over 6 years to make. It's kind of whack. The next one I want to bring up is the return of Commendations from Halo Reach. I think this could be a way on how you can unlock things that are typically sold off in the store. I know that the store is not going away anytime soon. It's probably going to stay here forever. Like, Halo Infinite is a game designed to make Microsoft and 343 Industries money. So you're always going to have to buy stuff. It sucks. I personally don't like it because there's a lot of stuff in there that I think is really cool that I would love to use, but I really don't want to spend money on it. In Halo Infinite, I don't know, maybe if you get 7,500 kills with the battle rifle, which seems ridiculous to me because that's a long grind of a combination, but at the end of the day, you know, reward players who play your game all the time. And maybe that could go towards points towards the store. I think they're called credits. The next thing I want to bring up is I think unlimited challenges you can earn. So right now there are technically unlimited challenges. If you keep playing a game, you eventually get like up to 50 experience points after your 7th game. And within 6 hours, I, for the first time, completed all the daily challenges, all the 10 right challenges, and the weekly challenge. And now I don't really have an incentive to go back and play more Halo Infinite to unlock through the battle pass, unless I want to play like 20 games to unlock one level. And for me, that's just not exciting. I have to wait till like, what, Tuesday or Wednesday to have more challenges, and that kind of sucks. It like, the game is essentially telling me you can keep playing, but now progression is going to be even slower than it was before. I get why they're slowing you down because they don't want you to unlock everything out of the start. In my opinion, that's not a good way to go about it because you're artificially making the battle pass longer than it should be, and you're artificially stretching out time for content that is coming eventually. If the game respects the player and gives you unlimited challenges, I feel like that would just be more of a reason for me to come back. And even if I unlock everything quicker, you know, the journey of doing that is a lot more fun and it's less tedious and grindy. Pre-game lobbies is something that I'd love to see return. I know it was in Halo 3, it was in Halo Reach. I think Halo Reach did it very well, where you could see like everyone loading up in a game, what their Spartan looks like. I know you see that at the beginning of the match anyway, but it's just nice to kind of see beforehand, like, ooh, look at this cool armor, this is cool. I know a lot of it is bought in the store, but it's still nice to see like who you're going to be facing with, or who you're going to be facing off against. Like, that's always cool to see. Their rank, and then like their kill death ratio, and these things are not really necessary for me to enjoy Halo Infinite, but it's just extra stuff to look at while the match loads up. Also, one thing that bothers me so much is I'll load up a game in the lobby, like I'll play Team Slayer and it's loading up and it's searching for a game, and then I'll press Y for the battle pass. I'm playing on Xbox Series X. I'm looking around the battle pass and then I press B and then it boots me back to the menu and it cancels the search. That drives me crazy because when you're in the battle pass system, you press B to exit the battle pass system. I don't know why it also exits the search of a game. I don't know if that's a bug, but God, please fix that. That's like one of the biggest pet peeves I have about Halo Infinite. It's just, I hate when it does that. And it bothers me so much that I'm mentioning it in this video. In my opinion, the fire effects on the armor effects, they look terrible. They look really, really, really bad. I thought Halo Reach, OG Halo Reach in 360 with 30 frames per second fire effects on the head of the armor effect, I thought that looked so much better than the fire effects in Halo Infinite. I hope they fix it. It's also just so poorly rendered that it doesn't really look like it's worth putting on. Weapons they should improve on is Pulse Carbine, Plasma Pistol, Ravager, and the Sword. So I never use the Plasma Pistol ever. I think it's kind of a very useless weapon. The fact that I believe you can't power up the gun and then you shoot, I don't believe it tracks people anymore, so hopefully they fix that. Pulse Carbine, it's just not that powerful. The Ravager, like there's been times where people have no shields and I'm shooting them with the Ravager like 3 times and they're not dead. And I'm like, how is this gun not killing you? Now granted, it is a plasma gun, so maybe that's why, but I just feel like in general, the Ravager is quite underpowered and I would like to see a buff. Also the sword, I don't like the sword. I think the sound effect of the sword is not frightening enough. I also feel like every time you pull up the sword, the sound effect is like 2 or 3 seconds behind the actual animation of it coming out, and I'd like to see them improve on it. I would say maybe improve the range on the sword. I guess the next thing I want to talk about is vetoing maps. So I think this could be useful in all playlists, especially quick play. There's multiple times where I play quick play and I don't even realize I'm playing capture the flag until I'm like 3 minutes in. I want to play something else in quick play. I think having the ability to pick and choose different maps and styles without the game just giving it to you would be cool. I know why they do that, because they want you to get in and get out, and it's less waiting time, but allowing veto maps would give the player more ability to play the game how they want to play and not how Halo Infinite wants you to play. Those are some things that I'd like to see in Halo Infinite. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, let me know. If you don't like the video, I guess let me know too. Have a good one. Peace out.